Well, y'all, up here, I'm here on the back side of my greenhouse. I'm getting ready to put that vent in it. I just got to get all my stuff over here. Going to see what you can see. First of all, I got to get up here and get the dust off of this plastic so the tape will stick to it. So much dust on it that nothing's going to stick to it right this minute. And I just got a wet paper towel that I'm trying to clean it off with. Any place I think that the tape might end up going. And I probably really need you on the other side. Let me see. Because you're looking at the opposite side of what I'm working on. Let me move the camera on this side and see if that's going to be any better. Whew. The sun is so bright I can't see. That might be a little bit better. So you can see what I'm doing up here. That's where these strips come in handy. We got to have something to hold it in place. So we can tape it down. And I threw dirt on it a while ago and I didn't mean to. But this has got to go here. But I got to pull it tight. I don't want it loose. You notice I'm putting it on the back side because the door is at that side. These are just double-sided sticky things. I'm putting on here to hold it in place until I can fasten it down. Don't know how well it's going to stick to this plastic here is the problem. I may have to get some other kind of plastic to. Yeah, I'm just trying to get these sticky tabs on here. They're sticky from both sides, so that's what we need. But I don't know how good they're going to hold on to this plastic. They seem to want to come right off. And I'm taking Gorilla Tape. Because I think that's about the only thing that's going to hold it. To try to tape it down. At least those sticky things will hold it in place until I can tape it. But you want to tape it down before you cut the plastic. Oh, I just dropped my tab. Now you can cut from the inside to the corners. I need to move my ladder back a little bit. Whew. If I can get it this way. Need a little rock in there. Don't think I'm gonna be able to reach it from there. Gotta go up here and cut this out. And I cut right-handed even though I'm left-handed, so. Whew. It's hot, y'all. I hope y'all can see this up here. And I may have to tape it a little bit more. Go around the edges and make sure that's all secured and fastened. Whew. But now we're gonna tape the top. Just don't go over your Velcros. You want to tape all around the inside of that cutout, taping the plastic securely to your frame right there. And I'm using a little shorter pieces to begin with. Oh, and like I said, this is Gorilla Tape. Regular duct tape is not going to hold. Regular duct tape is not going to hold it. You need Gorilla Tape. And I got this a little bit too long. Make sure your plastic is pushed up to the green part. And then tape it securely. Notice I'm not covering up my Velcros. You got to leave that Velcros open for when you put your top flap on. And I'm hoping this Gorilla Tape will last about as long as the greenhouse will. Maybe. I wanted to put it in the center, but I can't reach over there from the top. And I got an electric cord run up to the center too. So it did happen to leak later on. I don't want it to get on the electrical wire. Of course, it's an outside light. It shouldn't hurt it, but just a precaution. Whoops. The wind is getting up, y'all. See, this is going to go here. And there is actually your vent. But I got to get it taped down. When I tape it down, that's going to keep it from leaking up here whenever the flap is down, like that. Get this straight and get it to stay there. Like I said, I'm not sure how good this glue and this tape will stick to this type of plastic, but I'm going to try it. I'm definitely going to try it. And I know I ran it all the way, which I ran it a little bit further than I had to run it. But that's okay. I'm going to cut that tape just a tiny bit on both sides. I get over there. little bit. Don't need to be much. Now when I stick the end of that tab on that Velcro, it's going to stay there and your vent's open. The wind don't start blowing so hard it blows your flap open all the way. But that's going to be my vent. And we can lay it all the way back, because I want to tape it across here too. That's going to keep it from, when the rain hits the top of it, it's going to keep it from going in here. It's just going to run over the top of the flap. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we'll see. I have to put this on in 2 pieces because I want to get back over here. And I didn't put that very straight, but Gorilla Glue is not very forgiving. I mean, Gorilla Tape. But it does hold. Holds pretty darn good. A lot better than just regular duct tape. That's why I'm using it. And like I said, I'm running it just a little ways past the edge at the end. But then I'm just going to cut that tape just a little bit. Just don't cut your plastic. And you have to do it on both sides. Oh. But that's my vent. And then if I want to, I can come in with this this screen. Put it right up in here. And tape it down. Well, you really wouldn't want to tape it down except maybe at the top up here. Because you'd want to be able to come up in here and unhook this and drop it down inside. So, and this vent, this screen doesn't have to be that secure anyway. But you leave it high enough to where you can get to your Velcros here. See, you'll be able to lift it up to push your vent open, secure your little tab, and then you'll have your little screen. You know, and it might not keep every little thing out, but it'll keep mostly everything out. I can trim that tape right there and it'll fit right down on it. But there you go, there's my vent. But I got to get inside and do a few things too, so let me get down. Oh. I don't know if I'll need the ladder in there. So maybe I can take the camera around and show you what I'm going to do. I went and got all my little cans and all kind of stuff out of the shed. Getting ready to do my seed trays. Oh man, I can feel the air coming in here already. You can see the vent right here, and I can push up on that screen because it's just attached at the bottom to undo that Velcro. And if I wanted to, I can flip the screen right inside because it's bendable. And I can bring that right on in. Secured it down to the Velcro on the outside, and it's going to be surely closed. Or I can put a piece of Velcro right here to put it on there. In fact, that may be what I'll do. I'll stick a piece of Velcro right there. And I'll just bring it in and stick it right there to have it closed. There's no way it's going to open until I want it to, just like that. And like I said, I stick it on that Velcro on the outside. It ain't going nowhere. Stick my screen back out. And like I said, the screen isn't perfect, but hey, it's laying there. And it's going to keep the majority of any mosquitoes or flies or bugs or gnats that are going to try to come in here. So I think that'll work. I just need to tape up a few more places in here. Definitely got to get me another roll of this Gorilla Tape. I wish I'd have had a piece of green to put on there. Yeah, you tape the plastic to that frame, and that's going to keep your plastic top from splitting. Because we don't want our plastic top to split. That Gorilla Tape gets hot, that glue is going to get hot, it's going to get soft. Man, it's going to stick to that stuff like cement. Or hopefully it will. Whew. Sweating in here, y'all. But just tape your corners up real good onto your plastic, inside and out, so when the wind blows, it's not going to split your plastic top, and you should be good. try to do that. But it's not a very big vent, and I could put one on both sides, but I think this will be enough. I think having it on one side will be plenty. But hey, when it gets real hot, you're still not going to want to put your stuff in your greenhouse. If it gets too hot for them in here, even with this little top, this little vent, then they need to be out in the yard. They don't need to be in the greenhouse. This is just to get some ventilation, so when you're starting your seeds, the little greenhouse can breathe a little bit. Ain't that right, little buddy? He says it's right. He says he agrees with me. And see, I'm just splitting it right down the triangle like that. Put it on that corner. Like that. Flip the little cut pieces in. And you need to do that on all four corners. And this is for those times when you don't want the door open. At least you know there's some place where that heat, because you know when it gets so hot in here, there's a steam. It will literally cook your plants, and you don't want that to happen. And that's going to allow the greenhouse to breathe. Now if the wind's blowing real hard, it might blow a little bit of rain through there, not much. But if the way it's taped, if it's not a blowing rain, it shouldn't blow in there at all. And like I said, if it gets bad, you can always close it again. Just push your screen up, pull your little flap down, and stick it here. I don't have Velcro, so I would put me a piece right here. I've got some in the house. I can put me a piece of Velcro right there. So when I do this and close it, I got somewhere to stick it. So there you go. There is my, don't know if I can show you any better, but there is my greenhouse vent that I just made. And you can keep your eye on the tape. If you know, later on, if you think you need to tape it up a little bit more on the outside or inside, you can do that. But I think this is going to be enough for right now. I don't think it'll leak, or don't think it's going to blow away. Whew. But yeah, I've got a lot of cups down here that I need to start putting dirt in, and I've got tons of these bottles that I cut bottoms out of last year to go ahead and put big pots in here, and I'm dropping everything. I can go ahead and put the big pots in here and start more seeds like I did the Swiss chard right here. Well, if I can get this tripod lowered a little bit. Try not to make you dizzy doing it. But look there. I just took the lid off of my Swiss chard, and it's doing fine. It's been in the greenhouse just like those seed trays, but for some reason the plants don't like the seed trays. Or not in this climate, it doesn't. If you were in a colder climate, it might work better. I don't know. And it might work even better if there was a few holes in the top of the trays up here to let a little bit, you know, that moisture out so it doesn't just totally cook your little seedlings when they come up. I don't know. But there's not a one of them that survived. They came up. A lot of them did. But then they just withered away, and when I took the top off, look, that stuff gets so dry, you can't keep it watered. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to even try it again. I might change out the dirt, mix it with some of the topsoil or the garden soil, and then put it back in like I did these down here. And I don't know if the seeds will come up in that either. Just don't know. Just have to wait and see. Look at there. Little buddy said, that's right. He says, I approve. But let's look at our vent from outside. There's the vent, y'all. You can see there's a screen through there. Screen is taped at the top, and it's just laying there on the rest of the part of it. I'll show you from the top up here, if I can get up the ladder. Oh. See? There it is from the overhead of the greenhouse. And there's how it opens up. You got the screen that also will open up, but it's not touching this Velcro. So when I want to prop the lid up, I just stick it on that Velcro there. And see? It holds your vent open, but it's got a screen on it. So we'll see how good that works. It's got to help a little bit. At least it'll let the steam out of the greenhouse when it gets extremely hot. When I forget to open the door. Because, you know, there's a lot of times I don't want that door open. Animals will get in there. Squirrels will get in there. Raccoons. Skunks. Possums. All kind of animals will get in there. And we don't want them to do that. So, oh, I gotta tie my shoe, y'all. My shoes come untied. Messing around this ladder, and I got but, and I can't tell what I'm showing you. But like I said, there is the vent. I don't think it looks too bad. And I think that's a big enough hole for the size greenhouse I got. And like I said, even though that screen is not going to lay flat all the time, it's laying flat enough. It's covering the hole. You know, the corners might be tipped up a little bit because of the tape, but the screen itself is actually covering the hole. So it's going to keep anything from flying in. Moths, flies, gnats, any of that type of thing. And if the little tab that's holding it open breaks or blows away or whatever, I can always replace it. I can cut another piece of plastic from another tote lid and stick it up there. But there's my vent, y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on my next one. Y'all have a blessed day.